Hello, everybody. Welcome back to What of the World Restarted. Today we are on episode 17. And yes, I'm very sorry that we didn't have any videos this week. I've been really busy. I've been studying for my mocks, so I just had to get that out of the way. But now I've got enough time to just do the episodes this weekend. So, yep, as we can see, last episode, World War One took off in about 1562. So, yeah, quite early. But the global powers weren't getting along, so it's about time. And the colonies are going to fight as well. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you very much. So as you can see, these are the military alliances. We've got quite a few countries getting destroyed, but yeah, this episode is going to be very good. It's going to be the most important episode of the entire series, so you need to make sure you're watching it. So the Germans are now going to be sending some of their forces into Iberia. As you can see, their colonial forces will be pushing into Iberian America, pushing into like what is probably modern day Washington, D.C. They get a nice foothold in here, and they go around the Appalachians to eventually get this whole northern region over here. They continue to push down the side of the Appalachians because I'm pretty sure they're like here. So, and now they even start. They push down something like this. So yeah, they're taking a lot of land and they're getting a lot of support from the local people. So yeah, it's very good. That's what we've got. And now even we have the locals beginning to rise up. The local Americans, because once again, the American people are not from Europe this time. They're actually their own people group, so they've had their own language, so American. And it's not American English either, so the rebellion begins, and it goes really well as Iberia's got a lot of fronts to focus on right now. The empire is collapsing. And yeah, this is not good. Encirclements. The local forces are struggling to handle this amount of rebellion. And now the country's been split in half, and we see the English forces now begin to advance into Iberia themselves. We see them advancing along this unoccupied area and now pushing in like this to claim this entire northern region. Not invasion, just fixing borders. So yet the American people continue to mount the anti-Iberian movement. And yeah, it's not going too good for Iberia. They're losing a lot of land and money, and there's a lot of internal instability in all these countries, including the other ones, but they're just managing it better. Their front continues to expand as well into northern Iberia, now pushing in and capturing this region. And then all of a sudden we see some internal instability growing, so much so that we see the dark blue team making its face seen again. The entire eastern coast of Spain now revolts openly to join this movement. But yeah, they're back after so long. And guess who else is back? The Southern Iberian team. They are back officially, with their part of northern Morocco as well. The forces are completely back. And the Iberian team is facing a bit of collapse. So once the capital falls, the entire country gets completely destroyed. And now we see the dark blue country officially joining the side of Rome. Down here, with support from their neighbors and groups, the Roman colony is not doing too well. All of this land is given up because they just simply cannot manage it anymore. It's too much land to manage. So yeah, it's not good, especially for the 1500s. So, and yet we even see some rebellious groups popping up along the tribal regions. Like as you see here, we have one group forming along the border here. and actually getting pretty strong as they keep advancing until they reach around here, around this line, which is where they stop. So yeah, that's our group 1. Have another group forming up here in modern day Gabon and the Congo, and Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. So something like this. This is another country. Then we have a few smaller ones popping up as well. We have a group forming down here. And they've got a few straight line borders because that's lovely. Yeah, this is what we got, a new African country. It's their group down here. That's a horrible country, actually, so yeah, they're dead. They expand and they push over to Tanzania, and they take the rest of the colony for themselves. So lovely. Rome is starting to collapse. And now, after an open revolt from the Moroccan people, expands. It's not good. The Moroccan people openly capture all the land from Iberia. And, yep, they reach the border with the Sahrawis. And they're like, guys, we are a different government. We don't actually want to fight you. We want to be friends. And, we can be like the good old days. That was just our bad government who got partitioned, just like maybe the Kuomintang in China, whatever. So, yeah. Would you be friends? And they're like, yeah, why not? I don't even border anyone. This war is pointless. So yeah, they are officially back and they join together. The Moroccan team, the Sahrawi team, leaves the alliance and now begins their invasion of the Roman country, with the Sahrawi country's forces now rapidly advancing into this region. They completely cut off the south, which does its own thing and actually forms into its own country. But yeah, as for the rest of this movement, the forces now start to move up into the Sahara region, which is not the desert, by the way, because I said capturing all of this. And now rebellious movements start to expand over here. I know I said they were the most powerful, but didn't mean they were the most stable. That is definitely not true. So yeah, rebellious movements start to move over here in this region of Algeria. They push over to the coastline of Tunisia, and they're unable to expand as Roman garrisons start to arrive and stop their advance. We also see a free Libya. So now we see the Libyans also breaking away from Rome. These are the free Libyans, so they don't want, like, the other Libyan government. And our final group being this North Algerian kind of coastal country. So something like this is what we got. Morocco relinquishes their control of forces and actually moves in to occupy this land. However, they allow Spain to keep the rest. Treaties between all the countries go well, and all this land is completely annexed. They continue to advance into the now disconnected Roman Africa, and it's completely gone, let's be honest. Now we're going to have a few smaller nations popping up who are going to try and claim the rest of this. We have one nation here. I keep doing this, it's annoying. Wait, that looks like Missouri. No. It's one nation we have here. Forming amongst the middle of Africa. Going along the Libyan border. Have something like this. They actually need their own color. So yeah. We have another nation forming amongst this south here, which is going to be looking something like this. We have another group forming themselves up here. But yeah, basically what you can tell is we just the complete dissolution of Roman Africa and their colonies as well. They're no longer part of them. So this one over here, and finally this part is left to split up by both the northern part and the southern part. The southern part takes a bit more. It's just quite of a wide country. And finally, the rest of it is left as part of a new country down here. Yeah, this is new. This is Africa. We've got some nice new countries down here. I like the colors. But yeah, Rome is starting to collapse. The Greek separatism is on the rise, and it's actually overflowing. The people in Rome are sick of the war, as it's taken about 10 years. We're now in about 1572. We even have some people in the south of Italy starting to break away. And yep, it's time. Greece is back. They're officially back. Greece forms in Crete and all the islands. They start to advance. They're facing heavy casualties as they try and push up. And the Roman military, instead of trying to sort out their incoming invasion, sends most of their forces to sort out the Greeks and the Red Separatists, which is an overwhelming victory for them. However, it's given them even less support as now they're openly killing their own civilians, which has caused other movements to rise up throughout the country. We now see joint cooperation as the South has officially broke away from the North. And this now means that the pink Romans have turned to blue again. So yeah, it's a civil war of the Roman team. So we're going to have many different countries splitting out here. First of all, we have Sardinia. Coming back, we also have Corsica. We now have the nation of Thrace forming here in Central Europe. No, in Southeast Europe. And yep, as the Romans begin collapsing and their internal leadership starts to betray them, the Greeks push up and take all of this land. They also start to move into the Turkish team, who is no longer really a threat, as once their capital is captured, they mostly disappear. The Thracians also capture like what is Constantinople. And yep, lovely jubbly. This is what we've got now. Cyprus breaks away to form its very own country once again. And the rest of Turkey surrenders and changes government and flips sides to join against the Romans, as it's now not very popular to be part of them. We now see English and German forces break through the Roman lines and start to advance really far deep. England is able to capture all of southern France, along with support from Iberia. The Germans continue to push up, now reaching the Alpine Mountains, along with England. They push down into Slovenia and Austria, and they continue advancing really far until they reach the Carpathian Mountains, which are actually down here. That looks stupid now, doesn't it? The Carpathians are right here, I'd say. So yeah, they have a massive advance into here. And this is mainly fueled on as well by internal instability, as they're being openly welcomed in by them, actually. But the Romans managed to push them back a lot until they reached something like this. There you go. German forces, however, managed to push back now, and they start to advance quicker into Poland as there's less Roman troops coming forward. All sides now begin to advance as Russian forces move quicker into the north of the country, capturing major city after major city. The Germans and the Green Team move in from either side. And eventually, once they capture the capital, both of them together, the country will fall into anarchy. It's kind of hard to run a country like that, isn't it? So, yeah, not good. The final coalition is starting to be defeated. Now we see the Central Asians move even further into Mesopotamia, now reaching the Euphrates River and moving up straight towards the capital. They advance until we get something like this, reaching the south capital, while the Green Team does the same. And yep, they capture the capital together. The Persians, the Central Asians move in here. And now we see the Egyptian country massively push back the Mesopotamians as they no longer really have an organized system. The Gulf country just moves in and just takes the land just like that. And from here, once again, more anarchy. We also have the Egyptian country pulling off huge counterattacks against the other Libyan government. And both them and Libya decide, I think we should actually go forward with this. So both them and Egypt are going to decide to go on a conquest of Libya. So yeah, they're going to split it together. These are almost the same, actually. The other Libyan government has more success as they're able to get rid of them, as they've now got almost a dictatorial sort of monarchy, which is not what they're a fan of. So they move over here and encircle the capital region from the rest of the country. It's a slow but positive movement up here until they reach the proper populated areas where they slow down. Meanwhile, the Egyptians, well, they do that, yeah. They meet up and they advance together until eventually, goodbye Libya. Very cool. Now, the whole world has only got one enemy left. Oh yeah, I forgot Mexico and down here. Basically, the colonies have kind of just given up. So, we've got this one down here. Forming in southern Brazil. We've got a central one forming. Which is going to just take the rest like here. And now we're going to have all the Caribbean islands becoming their own countries. Very cool. Jamaica, first to break away. Cuba does the same, breaking away from the Iberian rule. The Bahamas, unfortunately, never get that luxury, as they are taken half by Germany and other half by England. Puerto Rico is also taken by England. Meanwhile, the island of Hispaniola becomes its own country as well. Very cool. And finally, Mexico. We got to sort this out here. The nation of the Yucatan becomes its own thing. We have a Mexican nation. And we have a Texan nation. Who takes all of this land, basically, and they move a bit up into the unoccupied land. And this is what we got left. Very cool. Finally, the Americans take the rest of it. And they make an agreement with England just to move the border back a little bit. They can keep the rest. And same with Germany. Just move the border back. Something like this. So yeah, this is our new map of the world. Very cool. A lot of new countries forming. It's very nice to see. But yeah, let's do a peace treaty here. And we're going to have treaty. Oh no, we're not done. I forgot about that. Well, Roman's not quite dead yet, but they're on the deathbed. So now we're going to have the full-on Roman civil war beginning. We have Lombardian revolution popping up, something like here. Can have all Slovenia as well. They also have a little bit more land from Germany, like this. The central region just doesn't exist anymore. So now Rome no longer functions as its own country. And the Balkan nations are simply going to divide themselves up as so. Here is how we divided the Balkans. This is what we've got here. But no, we're not done yet. We'll be back soon. Anyway, the last remaining Roman garrisons surrender after being defeated by German forces. Lovely. The world is at peace. This is our new world map. It's crazy. So let's have a quick peace treaty. The Treaty of Rome to end World War I. Let's see. Here we are. This is our brand new map. It looks so cool. I like it now because we've got rid of quite a lot of large countries and replaced them with a lot of small ones. Like Europe's got a lot more color now, which is nice. So now we're going to give all these countries a little capital, and that's going to be it for this episode. So we're going to go into Africa, give this as our capital right here. For this country, we're going to put their capital over here. This one is going to put it right there. For you, we're going to put your capital in here. This one is going to go there. Morocco is going to put their capital right here. This country hasn't got a city yet, so they can put theirs there. This one will put their capital right here. This country is going to put theirs on the coast, right, with this one right here. This Algerian country will also do the same, putting theirs on the coast. Sardinia here, Corsica up in the north. Lombardy is going to go with this one as their capital. South Italy is now moving the capital to here. Greece is back again, so they're putting their capital here. And sadly, this one no longer exists. But yeah. We have this country right here, forming their capital right here. This one on the river. Bulgaria is putting their capital down here. Thrace putting their capital in Constantinople. No, actually, right here. Montenegro on the coast. Serbia is actually going to found a city up in the north. And finally, Bosnia here. That's it. Oh, we have to do here. We've got two new countries. They can put in their capital here. This one here. This is all done for Africa. This country is actually now its own thing. Oh, we have to do the Middle East. We can give Turkey the capital right here. You can put your capital inland. Yours is on the coast. Yours is here. Yours is right there. Now we fly along the world to Central America. Yours is going to be right here. That's a colony, so no. Jamaica, your capital's going to be down there. No, actually, yeah, it is. Yeah. Your capital, Cuba, it's going to be in here. Yours will be in here, Yucatan. Mexico is going with this one down here. Oh, this guy doesn't have a country. Oh, that's a colony, that's why. Texas, right there. America is going with this as their capital. And yep, that's going to do it. And finally, Newfoundland is given the option to become its own independent nation, which it gladly takes. Because why wouldn't you want to be your own independent nation? I mean, it's quite a good thing, to be fair. And finally, the absolute last thing we're going to do. Azores, you're your own country now. So are you, Bermuda. So the nation of Bermuda. Welcome. And the Azores is now their own country right here. So, yep, they deserve their own capital. Very cool. They're going to put their capital on the biggest island here. And the Bermuda only has one, so that's just there. And Newfoundland goes here. So, yes, we've got a lot more capitals. So, what does that mean? Cities. Yay. We're just going to give these guys just a couple cities. Because they are looking a bit sparse. A couple more in Italy. And that's just about it. Very cool. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's been a very eventful one and a long one, so I'm glad I hope you enjoy it. Oh, and these guys down here, you can't forget about them. Oh yeah, this is a Norwegian's colony down here, so it's gonna get a few cities, just like here. And oh, damn it. There we go. They've all got some cities. And yes, this is going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. I really love this new map. Thank you. Goodbye.